What's poppin', everybody? This is Saber4. Welcome back to Expanded Pokemon Sets. As always, I mean to make this review a lot quicker, but just something seems to happen always. This time it was Sword and Shield, and I was making those rants. But nevertheless, the time has come to review Black and White Emergent Powers, the second Black and White set. So, this set is actually quite small. I was surprised at how small it is. It's kind of crazy. It hasn't been that long ago, at least in my eyes, when we had the black and white sets. At least it appears that way. But, I mean, this set is less than 100 cards, 98 to be exact. But, going to the history of this set, the second black and white set, the heart and gold stuff was still around. It was a crazy time, like I've mentioned in the previous set review of the base set Black and White. This set actually didn't bring that much to the table. It has a few Pokemon, and it has some key trainers, but that's about it. This was kind of weak as the second Black and White set. But let's go down and look at some of the most significant cards first, because there's still no EXs and stuff. It'll be a few more sets before we get them in black and white. But the biggest cards in this set would have to be, well, this one right here, Pokemon Catcher. So this card, of course, I think most people know what it does. It's you flip a coin, and if heads, you get to pull an opponent's Pokemon, a Lysander, Gust of Wind. Very, very broken card. Now, the original version, however, if you never played in the earlier black and white days, this was a straight up Gust of Wind reprint. You pretty much just switched your opponent's active Pokemon with their bench Pokemon. No coin flip. This was just an item, a trainer. So you could just play 4 of these in a deck, use them, use the supporter, no problem. And this made fast Pokemon even more dangerous. They were the ones that could abuse this even more. So, Donphan, the stage 1 deck I was talking about, that could use this to great benefit. Other similar fast decks using cheap attackers could use this, and any deck really could benefit from this, of course. It's a card that wins you games. And nowadays we have the coin flip, of course, and we have other cards that do this sort of effect, but Pokemon Catcher, definitely the biggest card in this set, I would say. And then the first print of Max Potion. This card didn't get an errata. It's still the same effect. It's still an expanded. And it's a very overpowered card. A lot of people don't give it enough credit, I believe. But this is it basically shaped up some formats and the decks that were used. The whole thing of moving energies around, saving the energies and then healing a huge EX Pokemon or a GX Pokemon or whatever. It's extremely powerful. Like, if this was around in the standard format now, you best believe it was going to be abused as hell. But yeah, Max Potion, heal all the damage from one of your Pokemon, then discard the energy attached to that Pokemon. It should have been the effect, you have to discard minimum at least 1 energy. Then it would have been pretty balanced, I think. But because you can do this even if you don't have any energies, it's pretty busted. It made all the other, super potion, other potion cards or whatever, it made them pretty obsolete in a way. Like, this just outclassed them completely. Anyway, Max Potion, another big item card from this set. And then we got a few reprints here. We got a few supporters. I guess Bianca, draw until you have 6. This was sort of the Birch reprint. I don't remember if Birch, I think it was drawn until you have 6 as well. Nowadays, Lily, of course, outclasses this card completely. It's a bit sad. The full art Bianca is pretty cool. But, yeah, just outclasses it. And then my personal favorite, I don't like this artwork, but I like the guy, Charon. Just draw 3 cards, no costs. And this was kind of revolutionary in a way, because before Black and White, in the DP days and before, there was no supporter that would give you just draw straight 3 with no drawback. You either had to discard something, shuffle something back, your opponent would draw a card in the case of Field Worker in Gen 3. That was always something. So this guy, finally, you could just draw 3 straight up. And this card wasn't even that good, unfortunately. I mean, I liked it. There was a time that I actually had a Charon in my Primal Kyogre deck. But, I mean, there's better draw cards, usually. But this is the guy, Charon, right here. And not much. I mean, oh, there's the Crushing Hammer, of course. Who could forget this? So this is the energy removal with the coin flip, essentially energy removal too. I've always hated, coin flip cards, especially the ones that have such insane effects when people get lucky, like this. Just too good. Discard energy anywhere, it's busted. This card, of course, still sees plays in a lot of the troll decks and a lot of the stall control decks. It's terrible. But yeah, Crushing Hammer. It was in here too. So these should be the biggest trainers. I mean, you got this recycle card too, I guess, which is kind of forgotten. But some decks do use it. Flip a coin if heads. Put a card from your discard pile on top of your deck. The Eladios and Furamasa decks that want to win, go first and win before you even play, use this card. But yeah, kind of forgotten. Didn't really get any reprint. Maybe it's for the best. But these are basically the trainers, I suppose. We have a few Pokemon, but like I've said, the good stuff, we still had a few more sets before it will come. Noble victories maybe, but okay, we got I guess the full arts in this set. You got these genies that look so much alike. You got Thunders and Tornadus. Thunders right here. This was a solid Pokemon. Back then you gotta remember these legendaries with high HP and busted attacks on basics. It was kind of new. So 110 HP, only one retreat, so it's got slightly less HP than Reshiram and Zekrom, but I mean, hey, you got a better retreat cost. 110 was still pretty high. Just a freaking basic. And then you can do charge, search your deck for lightning energy, attach it to this Pokemon, so you could help it get to the 3 energy so it could make the 80 damage attack. Disaster Volt, discard an energy attached to this Pokemon. Just 80 for 3. Obviously Zekrom is stronger, but this card was decent too, you could say. It helped itself at the very least. Then we got Tornadus. This guy, Energy Well, move an energy from one of your bench Pokemon to this Pokemon. This could have some uses. To be honest, I don't remember all of the combos with these two cards back then. I wasn't really playing, if I'm being honest, but I just know that for the time, they weren't weak. Let's just say that. But I'm trying to think. I think there was something you could do. You combine it with this Tornadus, and then you got some energies on the field, and then you could put it on this guy. But I mean, no matter what, Hurricane, 80 for 3, and then you move a basic energy from this Pokemon to one of your bench Pokemon. That's not so great. But what is great, actually, is that during that time, DC was around. Doing 80 for 2 was kind of hot back then. Just a basic Pokemon, too. So you weren't going to hit anything for weakness since this was a colorless Pokemon, but this was actually a solid, just general Pokemon you could put in your deck if you were running DCs. Fighting resistance meant it was going to have a good time against Donphan. 110 HP, 1 retreat. Good stats for back then for sure. 80 for just 3, and then you can save an energy too. Yeah, this Pokemon was definitely good back then. Definitely. I think I remember, not sure, but if you check on some of the older videos of Jay Witz back when he was doing TCG stuff, during the black and white days, maybe you'll find like card of the day of this dude, or I don't know, like rants about this card. I don't remember, but it was definitely good. If Samurott doing 70 for 2 was good, this was definitely good as basic. Okay. Now, let's go into some, I guess, some of the best Pokemon besides these guys. Oh, my favorite. Where are you? Where are you? Damn it. There you are. Gothitelle. You got the shittier one and then you got the good one here. So, Gothitelle, it's actually one of my favorite Pokemon from the black and white era. I mean, I like the middle form, Gothorita, the best. Made sure I got a shiny back in X and Y too. Was it X and Y or Oraz? I don't remember where I hatched the egg. But anyway, I really like this Pokemon in the games. And no, it's not because I want to, let's not get in there, but, for those people that are actually attracted to Pokemon, yeah, let's not get into that. Or maybe I should get into that because it doesn't matter. YouTube doesn't care. They don't want us to make videos for children anymore. God, anyway. I never did stuff for kids. But yeah. So this Pokemon, it was pretty good because of the Magic Room ability. This is basically the Trevenant ability. Item lock as long as this Pokemon is active. This was a stage 2, but this was way before, long before Trevenant would come out. Other Pokemon would come out. And 130 HP with this ability, it was pretty solid. It was very respectable. You couldn't have asked for better. And then Mat Kinesis does 30 damage and it's going to do 20 more for each psychic energy attached to this Pokemon. So if you did want to build it up, I mean, it was going to do pretty much 60, 90 for 3, then it would become better. Solid damage for that time, but, it wasn't, I mean, at least not yet. There wouldn't be any great psychic energy acceleration. Maybe when Gardevoir came out eventually. Either way, you pretty much used this Pokemon for Magic Room. Once you got that item lock, I mean, you were stopping so many significant cards. It was excellent. Eventually, this card would be used in the Excelgor deck for locks, paralysis locks. Of course, there was all sorts of combos you could do with a broken ability like this. I mean, we still didn't have those cards, like Excelgor would come in Dark Explorers, but it was definitely a busted Pokemon. And got reprinted in Legendary Treasures too. I actually like that artwork better than this. But yeah. Let's take a look at the. You got 2 Gothoritas too. You got a lot of shit. So 2 Gothita, 2 Gothoritas, 2 Gothitelles. It's like, dude, complete Gothitelle love in here. So the lesser one just does smack and then mental shock. Yeah, not the greatest, but I guess you you flip the coin for the big attack, and no matter what you got, you got an effect anyway. Okay, let's look at Sigilif since I'm here. You're the one that had just 50 damage snipe, and okay, you're not the one. What about you? Psychic assault for each damage called if they buckle on. No, that's not the one either. Yeah, the ones that I'm thinking came out a lot later. But yeah, let's go up. Yeah, this set is pretty forgotten. It's gonna go down as one of the more forgotten sets. It's pretty small. I mean, unless you're a die-hard black and white enthusiast, this set wouldn't be hot for many people, I would think. But Leaveney, this is the one with nurturing, help you evolve Pokemon. Where's the other one? Are you the one? No, just slash. Yeah, the ability Leaveney, that also came out later. Whimsicott. 30 for 1 and then it's going to block 30. They were better Pokemon, I think. And then the one with U-turn. 40 for 2 and then you switch one of the Pokemon. I feel like I'm forgetting a lot of cards. I mean, there's the legendaries here. You got Virizion, you got the other guys. But I wonder, is there anything else I'm forgetting? Like I've said, this wasn't that great of a set. Like a lot of competitive cards that stand out. Um, I mean, this Lilligand does 20 for 1, and if heads, paralyze and poison. If tails, if any Pokemon is confused. So, I think this could be good back then if you wanted to use it. Uh, Maybe. 90 HP, not the greatest though. Yeah, this review isn't going so great, but like I've said, it's just not a lot of cards. You got the legends here, the beast legends, I guess. Virizion here. You got Sacred Sword, 100 for 3. Can't use Sacred Sword on your next turn. This was also sort of decent at the time. Um, Meganium was still around, so Meganium Prime. So if you wanted, you could do the whole move grass energies around and use do these combos, with max potion and stuff. You could do it for grass Pokemon. And then Giga Drain, heal from this Pokemon the same amount of damage you did. So you heal 30. If you do 30, if you boost the damage further with plus powers or whatever, you could do more. So that's another thing. What about the other guys? I think the other dudes should be in here too, like Cobalion. Let me find you. Biatch. We got Crocodile too. This guy. Yeah, if this dude was active, you could discard energies if you got heads. Not a great card, but it's a decent hollow. Got another Zoroark here too, right before the first one. This one does Night Days, so for a dark DC you do 80. That's also pretty powerful. Fury Swipe's also pretty strong. Flip 3 coins, 20 times the number of hits. So if you got like 40 for 1, that was decent, I guess. Donphan was still better, but you had Night Days too. Let's see, we got Clang, we got a Clink Clang here. I think this one is the Attach Energy. Okay, so this one attacks. 150 HP though, huh? Damn, that's high. Okay, so there's Cobalion. So what this guy does, also the Sacred Sword attack. 100, then you can't use Sacred Sword next turn. And then Metal Horn, your opponent switches the defending Pokemon with one of his or her bench Pokemon. This isn't so great. And then I'm guessing Terrakion would be somewhere in here too, right? Let's find you. Come on. Yeah, this set is so messy. There he is. Rock Smash. Yeah, that sucks. I mean, eventually a good-ass Terrakion would definitely come out. I think it was in Noble Victories, actually. But this one just doesn't do much. 40 for 2. No effect. And, Sacred Sword, same attack. It did have 120 HP. But it's got a big-ass retreat cost, too. So yeah, underwhelming stuff. Let me just find some other dudes. Let's see. You got another Cinccino here. Not as good as the first one. So it's kind of weird when you think about this. It's like a lot of these cards, we got a Cinccino in the first black and white set. We get another one here. Okay. Same with Mandibuzz. For each darkness energy attached to each of your Pokemon. Oh, interesting. So this is Dark Pulse. You got that OG Dark Pulse attack. Like, this might be the first Pokemon to have this, actually, in black and white. basically do 40 if this guy has 2 darkness energies, and then becomes even more. I mean, realistically, you could do this with the Dark Explorer stuff when they would come out, but I mean, the EX did so much more damage anyway, it wasn't worth it. Excadrill. This guy, I remember as a cool looking holo too. Discard energy attached to defending Pokemon, 80 for 3, and then Metal Claw, 30 for 1. Okay. Gigalith. Okay, so this dude, yeah, this dude basically was synergy with his own attack. So 140 HP, big guy. You discard the top 5 cards of your deck. If any of those were fighting, attach them to this Pokemon. And his Rock Bullet attack, 40 plus 20 more for each fighting energy attached to this Pokemon. So this dude was going to be extremely slow and extremely risky, but I guess he was something. Weak to grass though. Superior was going to destroy it. And there's not really much. I mean, I wonder if I'm forgetting anything. There's the Scolipede here, but poisons, 30 for 2. It says 60 here, but it's 30. Defending Pokemon is poison. Put 2 damage counters instead of 1. So that's essentially 50. And it's going to become 70 if they don't retreat at their end. So this could have been decent too, I guess. You know, a lot of these stage 1s and stage 2s at least could have been maybe tier 3, tier 4 decks because, the basic EXs and all the more broken stuff didn't come out yet. So I guess you could maybe afford and get this out, but decks like, Reshiflosion, Reshibor, the Feraligatr decks, we're still gonna destroy you in all probability. Yep. But I guess they were here. Got the Sculvantula, doesn't do much. Mulga. Nope, you don't do much either. Ah, there you are, Beartick. I think this guy, you got the Icicle Crash and Sheer Cold, 50 defending Pokemon can attack. Yeah, so this is the dude, right? Has that Cobalion attack. So this guy is stage 1, 130 HP, respectable. You attach water energy, attach a DC. Defending Pokemon can attack during your opponent's next turn. So kind of an effect we didn't really see like in the DP era and stuff. Straight up Pokemon that would just prevent your opponent from attacking altogether. This Pokemon did this. Eventually, Cobalion, a basic Pokemon, would have this attack. And this is actually pretty solid. You could try and make a deck around this guy. Maybe have the Samurott as backup later on too. Build that guy up as well. Simple Pokemon. Since it was water, it was going to be able to hit the fire decks, which were hot, no pun intended, back then. So yeah, this is another good card, I guess. We almost forgot about this guy. But I just knew looking at it. Beartick, yeah, this guy, I think he reminds me of something. Swana. Doesn't do that much. You got Darmanitan. Fire Punch. Wow, that's a big ass attack cost. You got the monkeys that are like the starters. This Pokemon's any water energy. Defending Pokemon is now asleep. Yeah, and I think they kind of work together like these monkeys. Let's see. Let's look at the other ones. There's the Simisage. It's got a fire energy. Defending Pokemon is not burned. And where's the water dude? Simpor. Yeah, a lot of people hate these guys. I'm pretty neutral about them. I don't really mind them. There's other Pokemon that deserve a lot more hate in my eyes. If Pokemon's any grass, heal 20 damage. Hmm. I think that's about it. I don't know. You got this dude. Just one attack. That sucks. Flip 5 coins. It's 20 damage times the number of heads. And it can't attack next turn anyway. And then you got throw. Same thing. If any Pokemon can attack, this dude is more simple. And then this Excadrill doesn't seem special from what I'm seeing. But yeah, I think I should just wrap the video. You know, I knew coming into this set it wasn't going to have much, but I didn't expect it to be so bland. Or maybe I did. Leopard. This one's going to do 80 damage if any Pokemon already has damage, so not bad. And then 30 damage. Snipe, not affected by weakness resistance. Feint attack. This Pokemon is actually pretty decent too. Low HP, but decent attacks for back then. And you got Ferrothorn with your fucking face. Pain in the ass wall in the games. I was watching some of my old competitive battles in the channel, you know, trying to save some stuff in case the Kappa thing is a big deal and they just delete our channels. You just never know. And, you know, I have most of my stuff saved. I feel sad about all of the descriptions and stuff I had to write over the years. But yeah, looking at the battles, kind of missing that competitive battling. You know, I had a lot more, but I removed them for copyright music stuff, copyright music reasons. And I think since I'm talking about other stuff and not this set, oh shit, we should wrap this. But just go another quick scroll. Is there anything worth a damn here? We talked about the genies. We talked about some of the key Pokemon. You know, Gothitelle. Talked about Beartick. A few of the legends. I mean, and that's basically it. There's nothing else that's kind of special in here. You know, a short set. A weak set. You know, it was weak when it came out, really, so it looks even more pathetic now. But this was emerging power. Even though it wasn't the greatest, it did bring us some broken cards that, you know, still play a big role today and expanded, like Max Potion. Pokemon Catcher, maybe not so much. Thank God for that. And, you know, had these two Genie Full Arts. Landorus would eventually come out in like a blister pack or something, I'm not sure. But anyways, guys, this has been Emergent Powers. Gave us a few decent cards, and then we got the really good stuff in Noble Victories, and then, you know, Dark Explorers, of course. Or Next Destinies actually first, then Dark Explorers. And then it just went crazier and crazier. So this was just, I guess, a little calm before the storm. But things definitely got a lot more broken as time went on. So I hope you guys enjoyed this set review. I guess it's a set review. I hope you guys leave a like and share this video with your friends. I hope you guys are enjoying the expanded sets Pokemon series. I'm going to continue doing this, do all the other black and white sets, then move on to the X and Y ones, and then we'll see what happens from there. We've got a long time since then. Sabrewolf 4, thank you guys for watching, and we'll say